What if your body was trying to warn you about something serious, but you didn't recognize the signs? Some people stay active and full of life well into their 80s and 90s, while others experience a rapid decline in their 60s. What makes the difference? The truth is, most people don't suddenly become frail or ill overnight. The body gives subtle warnings, small signs that something isn't right. But these signs are often ignored until it's too late. In fact, research from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society shows that nearly 70% of seniors experience warning signs before major health decline. The problem? Most don't recognize them. Today, we're revealing 6 critical signs that could indicate an elderly person is in their final year of life. These aren't just random symptoms. They're backed by science and real-life experience. If you or someone you love is over 60, pay close attention, because recognizing these signs early could mean getting the right care in time, improving quality of life, and even extending your years. Stay with me until the end, because knowledge is power. Aging is a natural part of life, but not all changes are normal. Some shifts in your body are harmless. Others? They could be subtle warnings of something far more serious. Studies show that up to 70% of seniors experience early warning signs before a major health decline. Yet, many of these signs go unnoticed or worse, ignored. Imagine if you could recognize these signs early, before they turn into something life-threatening. Imagine if a small change today could add years to your life. That's exactly what we're going to cover today. In this video, you'll learn 6 critical signs that may indicate someone is in their final year of life. You'll also discover the science behind these signs and, most importantly, simple steps you can take to slow or even reverse some of these effects. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because the last 2 signs might surprise you the most, and they could mean the difference between thriving and struggling in your later years. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. If you're over 60, have you noticed any recent changes in your health? Comment yes below, and let's start the conversation. And if you're finding this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos on healthy aging and longevity. Now, let's get into it, starting with the first sign. Sign 1: drastic, unexplained weight loss. Your weight naturally fluctuates a little as you age, but losing too much too fast? That's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. Sudden, unexplained weight loss can be a sign of serious underlying health issues: malnutrition, muscle loss, cancer, or even organ failure. In fact, research shows that losing more than 5% of body weight in just 6 months is a major red flag. Let's take 2 real-life examples. Meet Bob. He's 75. Over the past few months, he noticed his clothes getting looser. At first, he thought, great, I'm finally shedding some extra weight. But soon, he started feeling weaker, struggling with things that used to be easy, like getting out of a chair or carrying groceries. When he finally went to the doctor, he learned that his digestive system wasn't absorbing nutrients properly. His weight loss wasn't healthy. It was a symptom of something deeper. Now meet Linda. She's 72. She also noticed she was losing weight, but instead of ignoring it, she made changes. She started adding more protein-rich foods to her diet and included light strength training exercises a few times a week. Within months, she not only stopped losing weight, she felt stronger, more energized, and more independent. So what's the difference? Bob assumed weight loss was normal and did nothing. His health continued to decline. Linda recognized the warning sign and took action to maintain her strength. Now, maybe you're thinking, but I thought losing weight was normal as we age. The truth is, while small changes are expected, rapid and unexplained weight loss is not a normal part of aging. It's a sign that something else is going on. So what can you do? Here are 3 simple steps you can take right now. 1. Track your weight weekly. If you notice a consistent drop, don't ignore it. 2. Prioritize protein in your diet. Eggs, fish, chicken, and even protein shakes can help maintain muscle. 3. See a doctor if you lose weight unexpectedly. A simple checkup could catch a serious issue early. Your weight isn't just a number on the scale. It's a reflection of your overall health. Pay attention to it. Now, let's move on to the second sign, one that many people mistake for just getting older, but it could be something much more serious. Would you like me to continue with sign 2? Increased fatigue and sleeping too much? Sign 2, increased fatigue and sleeping too much. Feeling tired now and then is normal. But what if you're constantly exhausted? What if you find yourself needing naps throughout the day or sleeping longer than ever before? Many people assume this is just part of aging. But excessive fatigue isn't just about getting older. It can be a sign of something much more serious. Studies show that sleeping more than 9 to 10 hours per night on a regular basis is linked to a higher risk of mortality. Why? Because it often signals underlying issues, heart failure, kidney problems, low oxygen levels, or even neurological decline. Let's look at a real-life example. David is 80. Over the past year, he started sleeping more. At first, just an extra hour or two. Then, he needed naps during the day. Soon, he was spending most of his time in bed, too tired to even enjoy his favorite hobbies. He thought he was just slowing down with age. But when his doctor ran a simple blood test, they found a real problem. David's B12 levels were dangerously low. His fatigue wasn't just getting older, his body was struggling to function properly. With a simple B12 supplement and dietary changes, David's energy levels improved. He started feeling like himself again. Now, maybe you're wondering, isn't it normal to sleep more as we age? The truth is, some changes are expected, but excessive fatigue isn't normal. If you're constantly tired or needing extra sleep, your body might be trying to tell you something. Here are 3 simple steps to take if you've been feeling more tired than usual. 1. Track your sleep habits. Are you sleeping more than 9 hours regularly? Do you wake up feeling exhausted? 2. Get checked for common causes. Ask your doctor about anemia, vitamin deficiencies, heart issues, and thyroid function. 3. Move your body daily. Even light activity, like stretching or a short walk, can help boost your energy and keep your body strong. Fatigue isn't just an inconvenience, it's a warning sign. Pay attention to it. Now, let's move on to the third sign, one that could silently be affecting your entire body without you even realizing it. Sign 3. Loss of interest in food and dehydration. Have you ever noticed yourself eating less? Not because you're full, but because you just don't feel hungry anymore? Aging can bring subtle changes to appetite, but a significant loss of interest in food isn't normal. It's a sign that something deeper may be happening. Research shows that a declining appetite is often linked to organ function deterioration, depression, or even side effects from medication. Meanwhile, dehydration, which commonly occurs when seniors stop drinking enough water, can worsen memory, kidney function, and energy levels. Let's take a real-life example. Mary is 78. Over time, she started skipping meals, not because she wasn't allowed to eat, but because she simply wasn't interested. She told herself, "I'm just not that hungry anymore." She felt too tired to cook and preferred a cup of tea over a full meal. At first, no one noticed, but gradually, Mary became weaker. Her balance got worse. Her skin started looking dry, and she felt lightheaded every time she stood up. The truth? She wasn't just losing interest in food. Her body was struggling to function. Luckily, her daughter noticed the change. Instead of ignoring it, she encouraged Mary to eat small, nutrient-dense meals throughout the day. Things that were easy to prepare but packed with protein and healthy fats. She also made sure Mary was drinking enough water. Within weeks, Mary's energy levels improved, and she started feeling like herself again. Now, maybe you're thinking, "I just don't feel as hungry anymore." Is that really a problem? The answer is yes. Appetite shouldn't vanish. If it does, it's a signal that your body isn't getting the fuel it needs. And without that fuel, weakness, frailty, and illness can set in quickly. So what can you do? 1. Stay hydrated. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water per day, even if you don't feel thirsty. 2. Prioritize easy, protein-rich meals. Foods like eggs, yogurt, soups, and smoothies can provide nutrients without overwhelming your appetite. 3. If your appetite drops suddenly, check with a doctor. It could be a sign of an underlying issue, like a medication side effect or an undiagnosed health condition. Food and water aren't just about staying full. They're about staying strong, sharp, and independent. Now, let's move on to the fourth sign, one that many people assume is just part of life, but could actually be a serious warning signal. We've covered a lot so far, and these signs can be eye-opening. So let me ask you, have you noticed any of these signs in yourself or a loved one? Maybe it's subtle changes, feeling more tired than usual, eating less, or avoiding social activities. Or maybe it's something more noticeable, like frequent falls or difficulty catching your breath. If any of this sounds familiar, comment below and share your experience. You never know who might relate to your story or who you could help by speaking up. And if you're finding this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos on healthy aging and longevity. Sign 4: frequent falls and poor balance. Tripping over a rug, losing your balance for just a second, catching yourself on the wall as you walk. It seems small until one day it isn't. Frequent falls and poor balance aren't just accidents, they're warnings. And the statistics are alarming. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year. Even worse, falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in seniors. So what causes this decline? Poor balance can be linked to muscle weakness, declining vision, neurological issues, or inner ear problems. It can also be a sign of cardiovascular disease. When the heart struggles to pump enough blood, dizziness and instability follow. Let's take a real-life example. John, 79, was always steady on his feet until he wasn't. He started having off days where he felt wobbly. Then he tripped on the sidewalk. After that, he hesitated going out alone. His confidence faded. When he finally saw a doctor, they discovered the problem. His blood pressure was fluctuating dangerously, making him lightheaded. With simple medication adjustments and balance exercises, John regained his stability. Now, let's contrast that with Carol, 76. She also noticed her balance wasn't what it used to be, but instead of waiting, she took action. She started simple leg-strengthening exercises, practiced standing on one foot, and removed trip hazards from her home. As a result, she stayed strong, steady, and independent. So maybe you're wondering, isn't it normal to feel a little unsteady as I age? Some changes in balance are expected, but falling is not a normal part of aging. If you're losing stability, your body is warning you that something needs attention. Here's what you can do to reduce your risk today. 1. Test your balance. Try standing on one foot for 10 seconds. If you struggle, it's time to work on stability. 2. Strengthen your legs. Exercises like heel raises, toe stands, and simple squats help build lower body strength. 3. Make your home fall-proof. Remove loose rugs, install grab bars in bathrooms, and improve lighting in hallways. 4. Check with a doctor. Sudden balance issues could be linked to blood pressure, vision changes, or medication side effects. A single fall can change everything. But taking small steps today can keep you strong, steady, and independent. Now, let's move on to the fifth sign, one that's easy to dismiss, but could be an early signal of something far more serious. Sign 5: social withdrawal and personality changes. Have you, or someone you love, stopped answering the phone, avoided social gatherings, lost interest in hobbies that used to bring joy? It might seem like just wanting more quiet time, but sudden social withdrawal or personality changes can be a serious red flag. Studies show that loneliness and isolation are as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, increasing the risk of heart disease, dementia, and early death. Changes in mood, irritability, or lack of interest in life can also signal depression, cognitive decline, or underlying health issues like infections, thyroid problems, or even early signs of dementia. Let's look at a real-life example. Frank, 82, used to love playing cards with his friends. But over the past few months, he started skipping games, ignoring phone calls, and keeping the TV on all day instead. His daughter assumed he was just slowing down. But when she finally sat down to talk with him, she realized he wasn't just tired. he was struggling with untreated depression. With the right support, Frank slowly reconnected with friends and regained his spark for life. Now, let's compare that with Sarah, 80. She also noticed she was withdrawing from social events, but she recognized the change. She started making small efforts, calling a friend, joining a walking group, even chatting with neighbors. These little steps kept her engaged, mentally sharp, and emotionally strong. Maybe you're thinking, I just prefer being alone. Is that really a problem? Spending time alone is fine. But when isolation becomes a habit, when you stop enjoying things you once loved, when your personality seems to shift, your brain and body could be signaling distress. So what can you do? 1. Stay connected. Call a loved one, join a local group, or even chat with a neighbor. It all counts. 2. Watch for changes in mood or interest. If you notice persistent sadness, irritability, or withdrawal, don't ignore it. 3. Check for underlying causes. Depression, infections, or cognitive changes can all lead to personality shifts. See a doctor if these changes appear suddenly. Social connection isn't just about avoiding loneliness. It's about staying mentally sharp, emotionally strong, and physically healthier. Now, let's move on to the final and most overlooked sign, one that many people don't recognize until it's too late. Sign 6: breathing changes and persistent cough. Have you noticed yourself getting winded from simple tasks, like walking to the mailbox or climbing a short flight of stairs? Or maybe you've developed a persistent cough that just won't go away. Breathing difficulties and chronic coughs are often dismissed as just part of getting older, but they can be warning signs of serious underlying health problems. Studies show that shortness of breath and chronic coughing are linked to heart failure, lung disease, and even silent infections. In fact, research from the American Lung Association reveals that many cases of COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and heart disease go undiagnosed until symptoms become severe. By the time shortness of breath is noticeable, the condition may already be advanced. Let's take a real-life example. George, 81, started feeling out of breath more often. At first, he thought he was just out of shape, but soon, even talking on the phone left him winded. He chalked it up to aging, until one day, he nearly passed out while gardening. A doctor's visit revealed his heart was struggling to pump oxygen-rich blood, a sign of developing heart failure. With treatment, George was able to improve his heart function and regain his energy. Now, compare that with Barbara, 78. She also noticed herself getting winded, but didn't ignore it. She saw her doctor early, was diagnosed with mild COPD, and started simple breathing exercises and lifestyle changes. Because she caught it before it worsened, she stayed active and avoided serious complications. Maybe you're wondering, I've always had a little cough. Isn't that normal? A cough that lasts more than 8 weeks is not normal. It could indicate lung disease, fluid buildup from heart failure, or even early-stage pneumonia. Here's what you can do today to protect your health. 1. Pay attention to breathing changes. If you're winded from light activity, don't ignore it. 2. Check for lingering cough. If it lasts more than 8 weeks, see a doctor. 3. Monitor for swelling in the ankles or legs. This could indicate fluid retention from heart issues. 4. Try this simple breathing test. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. If you struggle to do this without feeling tightness or shortness of breath, it's time to check in with a doctor. Breathing isn't something we think about until it becomes difficult. Catching these symptoms early could add years to your life. Now, let's quickly recap everything we've covered today, because recognizing these signs could make all the difference. Let's quickly recap what we covered today, because recognizing these signs early can make all the difference. Here are the 6 major signs that may indicate someone is in their final year of life. 1. Drastic, unexplained weight loss. A major red flag for malnutrition, muscle loss, or underlying disease. 2. Excessive fatigue and sleeping too much could indicate heart issues, vitamin deficiencies, or oxygen problems. 3. Loss of appetite and dehydration, a sign of declining organ function, depression, or medication side effects. 4. Frequent falls and poor balance, often caused by muscle loss, vision problems, or neurological decline. 5. Social withdrawal and personality changes can signal depression, cognitive decline, or even early dementia. 6. Breathing issues and persistent cough, a warning sign of heart disease, lung conditions, or fluid buildup. The good news? You can take action. Many of these signs can be slowed or even reversed with the right care. Maybe that means seeing a doctor, adjusting your diet, staying active, or simply staying socially engaged. Even small changes today can lead to more active, fulfilling years ahead. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. You have more control over your health than you think. Now, before you go, I have one more important question for you. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these signs surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, you won't want to miss my next video, How to Stay Strong and Independent After 70. It's packed with simple, science-backed tips to help you maintain your energy, strength, and quality of life. Click here to watch it now. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video on staying healthy and thriving as you age. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you next time.